guys, welcome to Unbiased Rugby. So I'm going to do the first preview of the weekend, which would be New Zealand versus Australia, playing in Australia. Bledisloe won. I must admit I do like the Bledisloe Cup. It's one of the more better tournaments out there. At least it's played over 3 games for the decider, which is great. So yeah, I know they're playing on Australia, and I got both team sheets in front of me here, and I was just looking at the caps and things like that to try to figure out, just from a statistical point of view, who's who. So if I look at so what I'm going to do is I've got the starting forwards, the starting backs, and then I've got obviously with the finishers all 23, and then we'll go through the caps and we'll just compare like for like. So for the All Blacks, for their forwards, they've got 512 caps. That's 64 caps on average, compared to Australia, which is 385 at 48 caps. It's around about 48 caps per player. But looking at the two things, if I look at, it's only Liam Squire that's literally under 20 caps. But if I look at on the other side, there's quite a few players that, 4 players that are about just over 20, whereas there's 4 players and 1 player. So I feel that from an experience point of view, that the New Zealand pack has got the ascendancy there. Then I went and looked at the back line, and it's actually the back line for New Zealand is 277 caps. And that works out to about 39, 40, it's 39.5 caps per player. And then if I look at Australia, it's 346, and that works out to 49.4 caps per player. So in the back line, there's a lot more experience in the Australian side. And then I did the average for the whole side, for the starting day 15, and it's 52 for New Zealand and 48 for Australia. So it's still very, very close. And then you actually won't believe this, but when I did the whole 23 on both sides, both teams have exactly the same caps. I was shocked. I even double checked my figures. So both teams have 950 caps, playing off the bench. So all 23, and that works out to 41.3. I think this is probably the first time that we have pretty evenly matched teams. But if I try to look at the various positions. Looking at the front rows, they look fairly evenly matched. I think Cody Taylor's going to have a great day against Piloto now. Sikipo Kepu go up against Joe Moody. It should be an interesting battle. I think it's at 4 and 5 where there's going to be a bit of a problem, because if I look at on the Australian side, there's only 30 caps, and if I look at 162, so I think at the lineouts and from that kind of thing, I think there's a lot more caps on the New Zealand side. If I'm also looking, obviously Liam Squires, Kieran Reid, David Pocock, probably one of the best players in the world. Looking at Beauden Barrett against Bernard Foley. Bernard Foley's one of those players for me. He's either hot or cold. So I always notice his first kick. If he misses his first kick, it's going to be a terrible day at the office for them. Then Ben Smith against Israel Folau, both exceptional players. They both got similar kind of caps. They've both been completely different kind of skills. And then my favourite player for New Zealand, Wasaki Nahola's playing. Finally, he gets a start. Rico Iwani will be on the other wing. Ryan Crotty and Jack Goodhue in midfield. And then midfield for Australia, Kurtley Beale, he's brilliant. Reece Hodge, he's playing 13, which is a little bit, I don't know. A lot of places have been talking about that. That's not really a really good place for him to be. But yeah, I think it's probably the only place he could play. The bench for Australia, so the finishers have got a lot more caps. You've got Rob Simmons that can come on. Nick Phipps has got also 64 caps. So yes, I think it's going to be an interesting game. I know in my Superbru, I'm actually going to talk and open it at the same time if I can. Don't tell my wife that I can multitask. She's sitting next to me, so she just gave me the look. So I've put in my Superbru, I've put that New Zealand are going to win by 12 points. So yeah, I think that's going to be the score for the day, but you just never know. I still think Australia's on the up. I don't think they're going to have the same game that they had last year where they went almost 30-40 points behind before they even started scoring. I do think they're going, if they win tomorrow, they've got a good chance. I still don't think they're going to take the whole, they're going to win the Bledisloe Cup this year. But I think New Zealand need to watch out. They are catching up really, really fast. If the forward pack for Australia can step up against a seriously experienced New Zealand pack, they can get that go forward ball, or at least not go backwards. Because it was quite nice when I was watching Driving Maul the other night. They were talking about games are won up front, and your backs determine how many points you win by. So that's quite. I thought that was quite great, quite an interesting way of saying it. So yeah, I think if the forwards for Australia can actually stand up and hold their ground against that exceptional New Zealand pack, I think they've got a chance, because they do have the backs that are game breakers, and they can win. So let's see. They've had quite a long period together. But yeah, I'm looking forward to a really open running game of rugby tomorrow. I think it's going to be a high scoring game on both sides, at least 30-40 points on each side. So yeah, I was looking forward to a great. Hopefully it's not raining, and it can be that open, expansive running rugby that we all enjoy. But yeah, that's my predictions for Australia versus New Zealand, Bledisloe Cup. Also, I just want to say thank you to everyone for signing up to the fantasy rugby. I think there's about 14 people in our league at the moment, which is great. I think you've got another 2 more days to sign up for it before it closes, and then you'll miss the first round of points. So I'll put the link down below for fantasytab at .rugbypass.com. I'll put the link down below for everyone to try to join. And there is a video that I have on how to join, and how to select your team, and how to join our league. But yeah, I've got some other YouTube creators, content creators on there that are also going to be in it. But it's just good fun to see how it goes. But here's looking forward to a great weekend, great Bledisloe Cup 1. If you like my video, please like it. If you enjoy it that much, please share it. But thanks a lot, guys. Chat soon. Bye.